Well, while I'm waiting for Matt, I figured I'd go over the quick and dirty details of the road trip Javelin configuration. So, did the oil change this morning, got all that stuff checked out, did my other checks, rear diff, brakes, all that jazz, and yeah, it's kind of something we perfected over the course of bringing this thing cross-country a couple years ago. New feature is putting a speaker. My glove box door is broken, so that is currently just sitting in there, and I think that's actually a really good spot because there's not a whole lot of dashboard room in this car. But got our phone mount up there. We've got my notebook for logging mileage, all of our gauges, none of which are backlit, but we'll ignore that, and just general, you know, storage configuration items. Got some parts for one of the guys, Ken, you'll probably see later, sending a brake booster out for his Pacer, and then yeah, cooler in the back, all that jazz. When we open up the trunk, I gotta put new leaf springs on this thing. It's sitting a little low, but shout out to Loosen Up Drift Team. And yeah, got my parts bin. I got a whole list of stuff in there. Alternator, spare, pretty much everything basic, distributor. Might get made fun of for that, depending on how many parts I bring, but we actually broke down Razor Road rest area and a little bit outside of Prim, Nevada, maybe like 30 miles, and there's nothing around. And we blew out an alternator and as well as a the oil pressure switch line. So I can fill my water bottle. Yo! And of course, featuring our fun little chairs. $7 at Walmart for the red one. In Tennessee a couple years ago, actually, when we were at an AMC Nationals event. And then the blue one got from Concourse Show, brought the Ambassador to down in Newport, Rhode Island. So, cheap chairs are best chairs. I'm always good for that. But yeah, we'll provide some more updates when we start to get going, and hopefully don't hit too much traffic, but I can already tell you that we definitely will be hitting a lot of traffic. Shop Cat. All right, we're packed up. You ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, off we go.
So they listed.
All right, day two. We are in Lake Ariel, Pennsylvania. Last night we ended up having an issue with a ticking noise that we kind of concluded was an exhaust manifold gasket that we blew out, but it sounded an awful lot like top end stuff, so we checked the valves and all that fun stuff. We didn't really notice anything crazy going on, so we ended up driving for another, what, 2.5 hours, something like that, and made it to the hotel. So Indiana bound today, I guess.
Started day two.
Let's go. Alright, so we made it to Steamtown, and we don't plan ahead on anything, and we forgot that we were trying to do this. So you can see right through there is Big Boy 4014. We were hoping to get in and sneak in before the gates open just to be able to drive by it and see it, but we couldn't. So there it is, all of its glory. And
On Summit.
On to Summit in Ohio. Very nice day out.
Gorgeous.
Alright, we're driving, and time for car shower thoughts with Matt. Please elaborate.
All right. So when you suck on a straw, you're using your lungs to create a low pressure zone to suck the water up, but the water doesn't go into your lungs, it goes into your stomach. Why?
I think he just has too much time on his hands to think about these things, but yep, those are the kinds of conversations you have to have on a road trip like this. Another question.
Alright.
In terms of rest stop rankings, right? We just passed the TA. So there's TA pilot, there's sheet, yeah, I guess sheets.
This is only a Pennsylvania thing.
Yeah. Maybe Virginia too a bit.
Okay.
But what's the other one? Loves.
Yep.
And did Sinclair out west have rest stops, or are they just a gas station?
They might have, I don't know.
Okay. Well, what's your my order of ranking is sheets if it's available, pilot, loves, TA.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I would personally put, what was your top, your number 2?
Pilot.
Yeah, I'd put that above sheets because I just like having the option to buy tons of different
That's fair.
items.
Sheets really isn't a travel stop, so it's more of a gas station. So if you remove sheets, it'll be pilot, loves, TA. But I don't know. So,
I-80 top of the list though.
oh, I-80 truck stop, yeah. That is a TA, and that is...
It is a TA?
Yes.
I consider it its own thing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, where else can you buy collectible coins and knives and a cowboy hat and chrome for your semi-truck and food, and I don't remember what else was there. Oh, mirrors.
Mirrors. We bought a mirror there.
These little round guys, they're not the same set anymore because I replaced the mirrors, but these mirrors, these aftermarket mirrors are so trash that Matt and I got tired by the time we got to Iowa, and he went over and bought the little circle ones to put on the car, and that's what we ended up using for the rest of the cross-country trip. So yeah.
So we're here in Akron, Ohio. or a little outside of Akron. I don't know. We just stopped at Summit Racing. We're now at the Sheets. We have Market Basket subs, a little bit of mayo, a little bit of road trip food, right? So, yeah, we're 4.5 hours out. So, Summit was cool though. They have all sorts of goodies. We found a set of stainless steel headers for AMCs, but couldn't really fit them. Nor do I need them. Nor do you need them. So, they had a whole row of carburetors. They had pretty much everything under the sun. I think severely better ranking and better inventory than the one in Nevada. So, but yeah, we're kind of Talmage, I guess. I don't know how you say that. See it on the fire station over there. But yeah, we're kind of just lingering around. We'll finish up the subs and then we'll get on the road. Car is doing pretty well so far, I would argue. So yeah, we'll get going. All right, we have reached Indiana. Car ran great. We're now at AMO Nationals. There's a couple of AMCs around. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Sean.
But yeah, Showfield is behind us and Swap Meet's over here. Oh, actually, that's trailer parking. But yeah, we're gonna go get some dinner and go hang out a little bit. Well deserved. All the cars we have for sale here at Nationals this year. The one that caught our eye though is the Marlin, $6 grand. Interior's awesome. And Matt didn't bring a car, so you could technically drive this home.
I could.
Oh man, if only. Swap meet day. All right, Matt, tell us about this.
So that's probably one of the reproductions made in 1952 to commemorate the 50th anniversary. There was a gentleman in the club who had one that ended up getting shipped over to Australia and sold it. But up in, it's not in Booth Bay, it might be in Edgetown. There's a rail yard that has an original 1902 Rambler on display.
All right, so we're here in Indiana, AMO Nationals 2026. The Javelin is here, made it. Just moved it over from the main parking lot of the hotel over to the show field. So I already had somebody come up to me and say, you know, asking about the originality of the stripe. I'm not sure if it's actually original. That's what we can guess. It's a two-piece down here, but they were like, oh yeah, is this original? Is it not? Da 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 da. So fun conversations already to be had, but gonna go walk around and see what else is here. So going back onto the stripe for a second, you can see on Bill's here, it's a replacement stripe, and it's not two pieces. And from what I understand, that this is what the reproductions are now, but the factory had that seam right there. Don't quote me on that, but that is what we have been able to figure out thus far. Little interesting, neat things about these cars. You never really know. But Bill's car is absolutely beautiful. This is kind of the one that got me into the body style of the 72s, especially with the grille and the rear end and the T-tops, of course, up top. Absolutely awesome.
I noticed, I think I had the original headlight on the left.
Custom design.
Oh, like Cassini, yeah.
They all say they're restored and all this.
Oh,
Yes. Brown carpet, black.
this is 70s.
Oh yeah. Very 70s. This is a really neat one.
$10 a piece, and also the special pit crew shirts. Those are the ones you typically see volunteers in. We do have a few of those over here that Marie Harrington is selling. She personally marked those down herself.
Hey guys,
We're gonna get,
Good, how are
we're gonna
you?
get more for them, and she said no.
So favorite car so far, obviously, another wagon. 73 Ambassador, burgundy with a wood grain side. Absolute unit. So nice. If only we could have brought mine. Would have been driving the lap of luxury. Next time though. With the third row and the ashtray. Because you need an ashtray.
All right, Nationals 2026 in the books. Headed back by myself. Matt and his dad are going up to Canada and going over the Ambassador Bridge. So that's pretty cool. I wish I had the time, and also the Ambassador. That'd be a pretty neat thing, but we're cruising through Indiana now, the latter half of it going back east. Got to pass through Ohio and then get into Pennsylvania. Stop point for tonight is a little bit outside of Scranton. We're going to go to Bethlehem and see the old steel mills and stuff. But we're cruising along I-90, not much traffic at all. The weather's beautiful here, so not a terrible drive home just yet. So we'll keep plugging along. Been driving for about 3 hours now. Just stopped at the Commodore Perry Service Plaza. Gonna get some food, gas, stretch my legs, and then keep marching on. Car's behaving, so far so good. A couple more hours down in Clarion, PA now, so about 4 hours from where I need to be tonight, and a little couple showers in the area, but nothing crazy. Car's still running well. Yeah, just gonna keep plugging along. Got myself a iced coffee, ready to roll. So the final stop on the trip was the Bethlehem Steel Plant. This place closed down in 1995, and a lot of the buildings are still there. Some of them have been demolished, but it was really cool to be able to walk around those areas. What they're kind of doing now is revamping it into more of a mixed-use area. So they've got, you know, a pavilion for concerts. When I walked through there, they were actually watching the World Cup. That was pretty cool. And I think there was an art gallery there and a couple of other things. So there's a catwalk that goes along the blast furnaces that you probably saw in the photos. And it has all sorts of different, you know, tidbits on history. And, you know, there's a really cool picture of them doing the last casting for it being in operation in 1995, which, you know, to see that place as it stands now, is really interesting to see that it's only been about 30 years, but it looks like it's been abandoned for a lot longer. I'm really hoping that they keep up with that place because it's a really cool historical area. There's a couple other abandoned buildings that are sitting there. One of them, I think, is or used to be the machine shop or something like that, and could be a very cool open air market, just to kind of keep these places alive and, you know, repurposed for the sake of you know, future folks being able to see them. But I'm not really sure, like I said, what this will all be. I'll probably do some more post-op, you know, my cross-country trip in 2022 with Matt. Probably do a video on that, just kind of going over what we did, what we saw. A lot of folks always are very interested in that, and we'll see where things go. I'm going to try and keep doing more of these to document, you know, different trips and whatnot, but in the meantime, like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things, and appreciate you watching. If you have any ideas or anything that I mentioned that you're interested in hearing about, definitely leave a comment, and we'll try and answer them. Thanks.